Hey there, gamers. DreamcastGuy here. Today we're talking about, well, the entire gaming industry, because today the gaming industry just lost $400 billion. That's the actual number. Basically, Google revealed this new AI engine that could generate games. At least that's what they're claiming. They're saying you can type in any game, any idea, any prompt, and it'll make a facsimile of it. Now, instantly, people are, of course, just making up, here's what GTA 6 will play like. Here's what the new Legend of Zelda will be like. And all of these games, they not only look bad, they don't really play. It's what a lot of people like to call it AI hallucinations, where it sort of seems like the game itself, but it doesn't actually work. But for some reason, this tech demo has instantly caused basically every investor to start to pull out of the actual game industry. Even stuff like Take-Two, Ubisoft is screwed, Microsoft has lost a huge chunk. 10% of their $1 trillion they have has instantly evaporated. Let's talk about it, because pretty much gamers are saying investors are so dang dumb. Let's take a look, though. Let's actually watch these AI videos that are supposed to be so impressive that the gaming industry is terrified, because in my opinion, it's just pathetic. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, I have been talking a lot about how, from the very start, I've been very against this idea of these AI supercomputing. People act like, oh, there won't be movies. There won't be Hollywood superstars. You'll never need to read a book ever again. A lot of people are really betting everything on AI. And to me, this just seems weird, you know? I like new art. I like cool stories. I like people discussing heartbreak or making cool first-person shooters or giant jaw-dropping RPGs like Expedition 33 with huge giant plot twists. Stuff that I truly just feel like even the most advanced AI will never be able to replicate the human experience. They'll never be able to make new stuff. It'll always sort of just be derivative at best. Even giant companies that currently have trillions of dollars are basically bleeding it like crazy. OpenAI is the biggest company in the world right now, and even they're basically admitted that, yeah, AI doesn't really make money. It's sort of more about the idea of profitability than really profitability. But this is the stuff. This is some of the engine that everybody's talking about today. This is apparently the death of all video games. There will never be another game studio. This is GTA 6 by Google AI. Now, you'll notice it looks real slow. It's very obviously very, very slow. But even beyond the fact that the audio is messed up, even beyond the fact that, characters don't have faces and stuff, it's more about the fact that I just feel like nobody really wants to play this, right? If your options are buy this AI slop for $20 or buy a real game for $60, the real GTA 6, people are, of course, going to buy the real GTA 6, the game that actually exists. Now, here it is. GTA 6 publisher Take-Two's stop dropped 10%, a crash we haven't seen since the delay in November. This is due to the investors' fears that Google's launched new AI model called Genie 3 lets you create and play inside 3D visual environments. Now, Project Genie, just in my opinion, this is one of those things that I feel like there is an importance to that raw baseline development. A lot of developers I have a chance to talk to, it's not just about cool concept art or making the physics engines right. There's a lot of like nitty gritty learning about the game as you make it. A lot of the best ideas, like the when you're in God of War, when you're going around in God of War and you're in the boat and they're having those long drawn out conversations about life and philosophy and the cost of being gods and stuff. That was made during development, where they actually had a trouble where originally Kratos was going to swim from place to place, and his son Atreus kept breaking. Atreus kept sinking to the bottom of the water and would walk on the bottom of the lake, and they just couldn't fix it. So instead, they made the boat, they made these extra dialogue things that make, honestly, the best parts of the entire game are those accidental moments. That's something that AI, since it's just rushing to the conclusion of how do I make the players teleport from place to place, or let's see how fast they can swim, it skips those nitty-gritty, actual, raw, genuine game developer epiphanies. But I want to keep going here. A lot of people are talking about the fact that, wowzers, Microsoft is the one that definitely has the craziest loss. Just today, Microsoft is lost. So yesterday and today, they've lost $360 billion. This is just absolutely insane. That's their biggest single day plunge since March of 2020. But going back to it here, oh my gosh, a lot of people are making a bet of that. Yeah, this is sort of your own fault, Microsoft. You decided you're not going to make games. You bet everything on slop AI. If people are trying to pick between AI, these investors don't care. If you're not really releasing a product, they're not going to bet on your slop. If you're a shareholder and you're selling your stocks from AAA publishers because Google showed AI slop that can make games, you're playing a dangerous game when this bubble pops. Human-made games greater than AI-generated content. This is why Take-Two's stock is plunging. Holy F, these investors are dumb. This is wild to me. A lot of people are talking about it because it's really all of them. The one that's the most shocking to me, honestly, is some of these, all right, Take-Two, that's pretty crazy. Roblox losing 10%. Wouldn't have expected that. CD Projekt Red lost 8% immediately. Look at this. That is just so wild. Look at this freaking fall off. It's just insane to me. Look at this, though. Here's one that kind of got me the most. Unity lost 21% of their stock value today. Now, Unity is a game engine. Unity is literally the sort of like raw DNA. It's the thing that a lot of indie games actually are made inside of Unity. And it's interesting that one of the most entry-level game developer kits has losing 20% of its stock in one price. I almost feel like this is a sign that a lot of investors just truly do not understand what the game market is. It is about experiences and fun and those connections. And it is about the art and not just the output. A lot of these investors, I feel like they just think that, oh, if I have 100 games, that's better than having one really, really good game. That's because these people don't play stuff, right? But here, let me just go through a lot of people saying, wow, you guys are legit stupid. Let's take a look at some of this, right? Oh, God. Google Genie is seriously mind-blowing. This is a text-to-word prompt of a man walking down Hollywood Boulevard. I'm not only controlling the movement of the man, but also the camera. Now, I'm not slowing this down. That is just how slow it is. There are a lot of pre-alpha games that run incredibly slow, so I'm not even knocking the frame rate especially. It's just the fact that this to me doesn't look like a game. Look at those stars. Oh, God. My thing is that even if somehow you did get this to actually look and play good, I just still feel like nobody's going to want to buy a game that isn't made by people. Like, part of the fun of video games is the fact that you're playing a story made by people for you, right? AI is one of those things where I always feel like people talk about, oh, it can improve stuff. Oh, I can AI generate, I've got these really teeny tiny muscles. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, do you want to AI improve your photos so you look more buff? No, I don't. Like this kind of stuff. Oh, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Whoa, I can go skiing. Oh, I just totally went skiing. Except, no, you didn't. This looks like crap. This absolutely looks like straight up garbage. This is the craziest thing you've seen in a long time. That is very, very sad. Some of this stuff is just straight up hilarious. I mean, it's copyright infringement, basically. Oh, wow, I'm playing some random game. Oh, I've never heard of this. Maybe it's Dark Souls. This is just Dark Souls. Why would you bother to copy Dark Souls instead of just, I don't know, pop in the disc and play Dark Souls? Even the way your character comes back to life is just Dark Souls. Why would you want to play a version of this that isn't made by Miyazaki? Why would you want to play a fake version of a game that already exists that's honestly going to probably run worse and in a lot of ways just miss that original cool aesthetic that makes the game so dang unique? You can even just see in a lot of this AI art how much it misses the point where, yeah, this looks kind of like it if you squint, but it's clearly not the real thing. Some of this stuff is just hilarious to me. This is just Breath of the Wild. It's Breath of the Wild running at 8 frames a second. This is so bizarre. And even stuff like, oh, wow, it sort of kind of has the stamina system, but it doesn't know how to drain. AI does not create, it only steals. Do you know why I'm so pro original games? My 2 favorite games of all time are Final Fantasy and all the Resident Evils. I love all the Resident Evils. I love all the Final Fantasies. Today is actually the 29th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII. Happy birthday to the best game of all time. And this game has a tough story to tell. A story about PTSD, a story about giving up, a story about friendship, a story about loss, a story a lot of times about doing the wrong thing to get the right conclusion. I mean, these people are blowing up power plants and hurting a lot of people for what they think is the right thing to do before they kind of get onto the correct path. Even something like, I don't know, I just keep thinking about Resident Evil Requiem is about to come out, and they talked about the fact that the female staff actually contributed to Leon's design, even talking about how many wrinkles he should have on his neck. This game not only looks great, it not only looks like it's going to play fantastic, it's human. It is a game that is made not just for the profitability, although let's face it, it's going to sell crazy game busters. It's a human game. And I see this constantly. So much new stuff. I've seen everybody freaking about this. Crimson Desert Online is apparently coming out here, in I think March, early March. And this looks great. A lot of people are super celebrating the fact that it has so much exploration, so many different styles of traversal, so much different styles of gameplay. I think right here he goes hang gliding. Wow, this game looks so big. But a lot of people are like, okay, even if I could AI generate this, Why would I want to? I would rather have the handcrafted, cool experience of people made for people than AI slop printed out of a creature that doesn't even understand human emotions, right? I do not care about the output. I care about the effort. And to me, AI will always just be slop. I don't know. This is some off-the-cuff thoughts. How do you feel about this? To me, honestly, this is just a sign that AI is definitely in its panic throes. I think they're trying to claim everything. AI will make games. It'll make movies. It'll make scripts. It'll read your emails. It'll please invest. Please invest. They're desperate. This is the end of the AI bubble. I still stand by that fact. I truly cannot think that this inflated prices, this crappy industry, there's no way that this slop is going to live. It simply cannot. I will not believe that. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. I'm having an allergic reaction to something. I'm sorry I keep messing with my nose. I'm sorry. I'm all right.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.